Windermere, England's largest lake, is of course a beautiful place, but a couple of years ago it turned bright green with blooming algae. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Now researchers think a high number of visitors could be to blame because a report which analysed satellite imagery and mobile phone data is suggesting that maybe the blooms could be caused by sewage discharges during busy periods. Here's an explanation from our environment correspondent Jonah Fisher.
Before swimming in Lake Windermere, it's best to check the water.
It looks really good, very clear.
I'm with Pete Kelly. He runs wild swimming trips across the Lake District.
There isn't a second level there, which means there's no poo in the water.
Is it cold?
Absolutely freezing.
Checks complete and well insulated, we head out into one of England's most beautiful natural wonders.
It's the most iconic lake in the country. It's the longest lake in England. It's surrounded by beautiful fells. You get that real big lake experience.
But Lake Windermere is, according to campaigners, in big trouble.
It's a bit cold, but it's beautifully clear out there in the water today. But it's not always like that. A combination of high nutrient levels and warm temperatures mean that, particularly in the summer, Lake Windermere has been turning green.
This was the same spot in the summer of 2022. It's called an algal bloom and can kill fish and even become toxic. Fears about the health of the lake have led to a high-profile campaign with Fergal Sharkey and comedian Steve Coogan recent visitors. They're blaming sewage discharges from the local water company. So do they have a point?
On the right-hand side here, we're beginning to see a build-up of chlorophyll happening.
Funded by the UK Space Agency, Richard Flemings used satellite images to determine the green chlorophyll content in the lake and then analysed it alongside mobile phone data.
What we've been able to do is to understand how many people were in the catchment on specific days. We could then take that and link that to these chlorophyll events. So we can see a direct statistical correlation between number of visitors and chlorophyll content in the lake.
So when there are lots of people around Lake Windermere, it leads to blooming.
We've seen within this that one of the factors that leads to blooming is having more people within the catchment area.
So I'm taking you now to Langdale final treated effluent pipe.
So is sewage the link between visitor numbers and algal blooms? Campaigner Matt Staniek certainly thinks so.
The connection is more people here, more pressure on local infrastructure. And lo and behold, we say United Utilities and that starts happening.
So this is treated effluent?
This is treated sewage.
We put our camera in the water. This is what legal treated effluent looks like. 1.1 million litres can be discharged from this spot every day.
The big difference that we want to make as a campaign, it's not just the untreated that's causing the issue, it's also the treated sewage that comes from United Utilities. And the only way to protect Windermere, protect local businesses, protect the environment and the culture and the economy of the area is to stop putting it into the lake.
That would require a very long pipe that effectively bypassed the lake and would come with a multi-million-pound price tag. United Utilities said in a statement, "Our wastewater treatment works are sized to treat the sewage from maximum population numbers at peak times and use the highest treatment standards, including phosphorus removal and UV treatment to kill bacteria."
This is new, I haven't seen this one before.
So what now? Barney Cunliffe owns a Michelin-starred restaurant near the lake. If, as the research suggests, tourists are at least part of the problem, should there be limits on visitors?
We can't be told, oh, you've got to stop growing because our waste isn't being treated properly. We paid for that waste to be treated. We deserve to have that infrastructure in place to enable us to grow sustainably.
There are solutions that will make our seas, rivers and lakes like Windermere cleaner. but they're expensive, and the water companies are very clear that it's customers who must pay for them through higher bills. Jonah Fisher, BBC News, in the Lake District.